Hey there, YouTubers! Hi there, Dr. Sheep here, and welcome back to another DAE, or DAE, or Draw an Experiment. Not Draw and Experiment, it's Draw an Experiment. Anyways, this is an old series of mine where I come up with an experiment or piece of technology that I don't have the money, technical ability, or time to make happen. But I still feel that the idea should be made public to either get people interested and get them to subscribe so that I could do some of these, or to inspire someone else to do these experiments elsewhere. These used to be done on a piece of white printer paper. However, I have technology now.
We're not cavemen! We have technology!
So screw that. Today's video is for the good of humanity and to fix an old concept. That old concept is solar freaking roadways, which had wild claims. Such claims include solving the energy crisis, no need for snow removal, no more potholes, reduced road wear and tear, increased nighttime safety, and so on and so forth. This became a big deal because of this viral video in 2014.
Solar freaking roadways.
What are they?
They're solar freaking roadways.
You hear that voice in your head? Kind of sounds like your parents or personal banker telling you that if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably a scam. In this case, it wasn't a scam, but more of an engineering oversight. Solar roadways fail for multiple reasons. One, they're too damn expensive. Two, they aren't as durable as a regular road. Three, the LEDs used to mark the lanes can't be seen during the day. Four, the heated ones used to stop ice can't generate enough power to power the heaters to melt the ice for days on end. 5, they won't ever generate as much power as a regular solar farm. They can't generate as much power because they're lying flat on the ground. This wouldn't be that big of an issue if the Earth was flat. However, it's a sphere, and screw off flat earthers. This means unless you live in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and it happens to be one of those days where the sun is directly overhead at noon, the sun is always at an angle that is not 90 degrees to the ground. So a solar panel tracking the sun, or one at an angle facing the sun, will always generate more power. With all that said, how did a guy with a degree in agricultural economics solve all these issues? Actually, when I say that out loud, it sounds far less outlandish than I originally thought. The truth is, I didn't solve all the issues. That's because their claims are just too ridiculous. However, I have a compromise. Instead of using actual road to generate power, why not use the space that the road takes up and the environmentally damaging effects as an advantage? My solution is not going to generate enough power to power the United States. However, it will cut down the number of solar farms needed to power the US. My idea is to cover the interstate with a steel structure, and on top of the structure place solar panels. These panels will be at an angle facing the sun. Panels that track the sun would be more ideal, however, they would make things more complicated. Why cover the interstate? Why not just have them alongside the road? Covering the interstate cuts down on light pollution from sections that are lit up. When it rains and snows, it keeps it off the road, improving safety. The water from the rain or snow could also be collected and used for irrigation or drinking water, or to clean the solar panels themselves. Having the panels at the top of the interstate prevents the need to disrupt an undisrupted ecosystem by building solar farms. Instead, you're using an ecosystem that is already disrupted. Now, granted, you're introducing a massive change, but only to the highway, nothing else. The system isn't limited to the interstate. Large state highways could also be potential areas that could be added. These structures could also be implemented on city streets. However, they can only be implemented in places that's most cost effective. This is where buildings are far from the roads and won't cast shadows. Covering streets that are lit up at night could reduce energy costs. The LEDs can now be right overhead instead of off to the sides of the lanes. If the insides of these covers, these steel structures, are painted white, this will reflect light back down at the road from the LEDs, whereas the light before was being thrown into the atmosphere and wasted. With these benefits, why has nothing been done before? The simple answer is cost. These structures, in every way you look at them, will cost more in the short run and in the long run compared to new solar farms. That is if they can't reduce the amount of road work and snow removal needed each year. If they do manage to do that, they could potentially do it. However, the wind will probably just blow the snow onto the road anyways. You are also comparing almost purely economic costs and then purely social and environmentally costs of building new solar farms. Social and environmental costs are all subjective. So today it may make no sense to build these structures. However, 20 years from now, people may care more about the environment and would rather we build these structures. However, we may have technologies in 20 years that make solar and wind obsolete on large scales. Fusion comes to mind as an alternative. You also have to look at safety. You have to protect the poles that hold up the structure. Concrete barriers and guardrails, when hit at 75 miles per hour, hurt. Plus, I don't think they will stop a fully loaded semi-truck traveling at those speeds. This all negates the fact that to make solar work the best, you need batteries to store the excess power. So, solar roadways would be cool, but even with my design, it would still be a massive undertaking and doesn't solve the entire energy crisis. The $30 million wasted on solar roadways could have been used to invest in batteries or fusion. If you have any suggestions on how to improve my design, leave a comment below. If you want to use my design to make millions, go right on ahead. I won't sue. This is for the betterment of humanity, and I'll find another way to make millions of dollars. But in the meantime, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New videos every other Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time, and good night. Subs for trees, subs for trees, subs for trees, subs for trees. Oh, you're still here? I thought I told you to go home. Oh, you want more? I'm flattered. Check out the playlist. If you want exclusive content, check out my Instagram, Dr_sheep_YouTube. That's all lowercase. If you want to help the earth, subscribe. When I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to plant 10 trees. If you feel that's too small, then check out my channel chart where I lay out even bigger goals. Finally, stick around for the next 20 seconds to give me that sweet watch time. Bye.